Okay, what are your feelings on the two-party system? Do you think that they still have meaning to the average person?
Well, I'm an amateur sociologist, okay? And my take on that is the whole idea of a two-party system in the United States disappeared a long time ago because the only way you can tell the parties apart right now is by very superficial decorations. One's got an elephant, one's got a donkey. But you put them in a squeeze and they'll talk like each other. So, I would be delighted if we had a two-party system, but where are they? It seems to me that if people vote along party lines, it is probably something they inherited from their family. It is just a social norm that has been inflicted on them since childhood. If your dad's a Democrat and you voted Republican, you would definitely wind up being the black sheep of the family, or vice versa. That kind of stuff in certain areas still holds true. But I think there's a growing sentiment in the United States that people like to be independent. There are good candidates in both parties, but you have to have an independent mind so that you can get past the rhetoric and select which of the guys are really qualified for the job. And the problem with the way the primaries are structured, like in California, you can't vote in a primary if you register as an independent. You have to be either a Republican or a Democrat, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, you have to declare yourself in most states.
Yeah.
Why have you begun doing registration drives?
Well, the actual drive itself is something that I thought was necessary. Like Pat Robertson's thinking that he's going to pick up all the chips because he has, and I quote, an invisible army. Now, I find this a little bit troubling. And I think that there are people who don't want to be extreme right-wing people, don't want to be extreme left-wing people. They just want to have their job, do their work, and be able to rely on some form of government to do stuff that governments are supposed to do. Pick up the garbage, take care of the water, national defense, normal business-like stuff. They don't need the extreme tension. They just want normal stuff. And I would say to those people, okay, you're tired of watching the guys in Iowa, or you're tired of listening to the New Hampshire stuff. I know it's boring, but democracy doesn't work unless you vote. So,
okay, but
it applies to all ages.
The thing is, I suppose that could be countered by saying anybody who wants to vote can go to their local city or town hall and go register to vote. Why are you bringing it on the road? Why are you bringing it to the concert tour?
It's a matter of convenience, because for the people who need to register. For example, there's people out there that they're never going to go to City Hall. They ain't going to go there. It's not their world. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's just like evangelists talk about, we have to go to the corners of the earth to save these sinners. It's not quite like that, but if you make it a little bit easier for them to fill out the card, they will do it. And then the next step is you got to call them and remind them to vote when the election comes around. But to many people in the United States that are disenchanted with the way things are, City Hall or any kind of thing connected with city government or state government is something they want to be as far away from as possible. Public buildings to them represent a bureaucracy, the same bureaucracy that makes them suffer when they go down to pay a traffic ticket, or if they have to deal with small claims court, or various ways in which bureaucratic personalities have inflicted themselves on their lifestyle, and the lifestyle of the people who might come to this concert, for example. They don't want to be anywhere near those buildings. So I think it's a great idea to have stuff taking place at a concert.
I do too. It was well received.